what's up, guys? It's Morgan and Angie from The Shift, and today we are talking about, do you feel imprisoned by your religious beliefs? Now, as staying on topic for the month, this month is all about working toward freeing up your identity, because oftentimes our identity feels suppressed because what we perceive as the social norms and things like that kind of make us feel boxed in. So for some people out there, you can probably resonate with me because I grew up in a very strict Christian religion, and because of that, I tended to feel pretty suppressed personality-wise and belief-wise, based off of what my religion was teaching me was the right way to view the world and the right way to act in the world. So if you are feeling that way, you are not alone. And it's hard sometimes because I think some religions, not all religions, I'm not like an anti-religion person, but some religions can have this attitude of like, this is God's way for you to be a person. And it can make you feel really boxed in, and it can perpetuate a lot of shame when you don't fit in with the norms that everyone in the religion fits in with. And it can be extremely painful and lead you to feeling not good enough anytime you feel like your opinions aren't lining up correctly. Mm-hmm. And it can also just make you feel very suppressed, like unable to take certain action or share your voice, your thoughts, because you're afraid that everyone is going to kind of reject them or put them down because they're not the correct thoughts. You following me with this?
Yes.
Personally, I feel like there's a lot of ways to handle like a situation like this. For me, I left the religion I grew up in, and because that felt like it was the right decision for me. But maybe for you, maybe that's not the right option. It could be that you just need more confidence to know that maybe you're okay taking what you like and leaving the rest, because that's totally an option. And it may feel difficult based on maybe what you perceive the reaction of your religious community would be. Yeah. But remember too, that if you feel good about what you're doing and you feel good about who you are, people will usually resonate with that. It makes a big difference when we can have a good attitude towards something, the way people will react to it. And when we feel really good about something, even if someone reacts negatively, it doesn't bother us as much. Mm-hmm. Angie, did you have any other further insights before we,
Yeah, just very quickly. I remember, I grew up in a Christian household, and I mean, we went to church. Our family, my mom and them didn't really go to church that much, but the kids went to church while they were not. And the main story that I want to share really briefly is I grew up thinking that God was sort of like my father, like my actual father. I mean, I think kids do that, right?
And like God's personality was similar to your father's personality.
Yes, exactly. And because my father wasn't nurturing in the least, I thought God was sort of a harsh God. And I remember at one point as an adult, I started tithing, to the penny, 10% of gross whatever I received. Mm-hmm. And I was challenged, try this for 6 months, and see what happens and all this and that. So I remember doing that for 6 months. And I mean, things really didn't change that much because I had this expectation of a return. But I just remember on the day of, it was exactly 6 months later, and I decided, well, I'm not going to tithe anymore. I'm going to give 5%, And that day I actually had a car accident. And I remember thinking, oh my God, like logically I knew this wasn't true, but in my heart, in my little girl, felt like I'm being punished because I decided to stop tithing today. So it was that concept of a harsh, punishing God. And I've switched that. Like I've switched that view of my higher power. So that was a very suppressive thing, and that went on until I was in my late 30s. So I lived with that a long time.
Right. I so appreciate you sharing that, because it's so true. Like a lot of times within Christianity, or maybe like you learned it from your dad, there's kind of this perpetuated, like, God is loving unless, right? Unless you do something wrong, then God is scary and awful and mean. and punishing, and which, I mean, of course, we get a lot of that from the Old Testament, of course, is kind of, there's some really scary scriptures in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so just keeping in mind that, yeah, if you're struggling with this, with your relationship with God, you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a movement really happening right now. At least I've noticed, like with Christianity, it's changing a lot, in good ways, because there is too much strictness, and a lot of people are realizing that doesn't work, that shaming people into trying to be better is not the best way to handle the situation.
Mm-hmm.
um, so that being said, we would love to do just a couple minutes of EFT or tapping. If you've never heard of that, we did a video all about it a couple weeks ago. You can click in the link below to learn how to do that really quick, and or you can just jump in with us and just experience it as we go. And what I want to do right now is just tap with you guys just a little bit to bring down the intensity of the feelings around this suppression with religion, and to just free you up to think more clearly and feel better about who you are, regardless of your opinions and beliefs. And now, again, like I mentioned, my choice in the matter was that I left my church, but that's not the right answer for everyone, and that's okay. We totally honor you, whatever religion you're in, whatever you believe. And so I'll keep this kind of vague in that sense and just try to help you with the feelings around it. So all right, so here we go. So I'm going to tap, and you guys will just follow along with what I'm doing and repeat after me. Even though I feel suppressed by my religion, I totally love and honor myself. Even though I feel suppressed by the rules or limitations that I perceive come from my religion, I totally love and respect myself anyway. Even though I feel like I really can't speak up at church, I totally honor these feelings that I have, and I love and accept myself anyway. Good, and we're going to start to tap now at the eyebrows, and here we go. I feel suppressed by my religion at times. Side of the eye. It really hurts me that I can't fully be myself. Under the eye. I struggle sometimes at church. Under the nose. Because I really can't be fully me. Chin. Sometimes my preacher says something, and I don't agree with it. Collarbone. And that makes me feel guilty. Under the arm. I'm not allowed to have a voice in this. Top of the head. My church speaks for God. Wrists. So who am I to say if something's wrong? Eyebrow. I better just keep quiet. Side of the eye. I really don't want to be judged by my congregation. Under the eye. I better keep quiet. I don't want to be judged by my friends or family. Under the nose. God is always right. And this church speaks for God. So I guess I must be wrong. Chin. This struggle hurts me. Collarbone. I can't really be myself here. Under the arm. This is frustrating and exhausting. Top of the head. I gotta wear a mask. Act like I got it all together. Act like I agree with everything. Risk. Because if I don't, I'll be rejected by my community. And that feels really scary. Eyebrow. This is a lot of emotions. Side of the eye. And I totally honor all of it. Under the eye. I choose to feel heard and seen right now for the way I am. Under the nose. Because the truth is, I am here. I am alive. I have opinions and thoughts. Chin. And they don't always match up with the mainstream opinions and thoughts. Collarbone. And that's okay. I choose to see this from a different perspective. Under the arm. I choose to honor my thoughts and ideas. Top of the head. I choose to believe when something doesn't feel right to me, that maybe I can trust that. Or at least trust it a little more. And stop putting so much blame on myself. Wrists together. Maybe I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because maybe I really like my church. Eyebrow. But maybe if I give myself permission to be more me while I'm there, side of the eye, it will convince others to be more them at my church as well. Under the eye. Maybe that's the best gift I could give my congregation. And everyone in my life. Under the nose. Maybe being more me is the best gift I could give my community. Chin. Because as I strive to be more me, I give everyone else permission to do the same. Collarbone. And I choose to believe that's something God would be proud of. Maybe even something he would really want. Under the arm. He certainly didn't make us all the same for a reason. I choose to honor this diversity. Top of the head. And I choose to honor myself. All right, go ahead, take your arms down, relax, take a deep breath. I hope you guys enjoyed just that few rounds of tapping. I know I did. It made me feel better. I love this technique so much. And just try to gauge with yourself, do I feel more calm or do I feel any different about the situation? Because this technique is extremely powerful and very fast acting. Angie, any thoughts before we end this video?
Great. That was great. I found myself wanting to yawn. So just notice if you guys find yourself wanting to yawn, that's a good sign. It means the energy is moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do notice it's hard to not tap longer, isn't it? Like, I mean, these videos are going to be longer because you and I love tapping. So.
Oh, I know. When me and Angie tap with clients and stuff, we always do it much longer. So doing it short for us is always a challenge because we have so much we want to say.
Right.
But we just want to give you guys these little nuggets to help you through your day. And Yeah, thank you ladies so
Thank you.
much for watching this video. We highly encourage that you guys join us on our new private Facebook group. And this group is called The Shifters, and it's supporting women who are moving from people pleasing over to empowered connection through this holistic healing. So if you want more advice from us and to be able to support each other, please join us in that group online. We are so excited about it. Thank you ladies again for watching this video. We so look forward to seeing you again soon. This has been Morgan and Angie with The Shift, and have a wonderful day. Bye.